Welcome to Krizcast, Normal Life. Welcome to Krizcast, Normal Life.
Welcome back to another episode of Krizcast Nomad Life, where we talk about a lot of interesting topic about living in Spain. In this specific episode, we're going to touch base on one of the most frequently asked topics on regreso, flying out of the country with an expired document and returning back like a boss with a lot of documents. This is called mission reentry to Spain. So the mission reentry to Spain is not easy. Because when you have a expired TIE card, it's gonna be even more fun. Sadly, every other document comes with an expiry date. Yeah, like your TIE card. Most of the time, you have a TIE card that's valid for 2 years or 3 years, but then there's gonna be a situation where you need to fly to your home, some kind of emergency or a business visit, or my friend is getting married, stuff like that. And now, the process of coming back to Spain is quite easy if you have prepared yourself very well. Now, how do you prepare yourself to come back with a bang is what we're going to discuss in this detail. So every time you fly out of Europe, you need some sort of document to prove that you're actually living, that you're actually residing in Spain. And most of the time it's your visa, most of the time it's your residency permit. And what if it's expired? What if it tells you you are not allowed to come back? That's when you need your super boss tool that is on and only Regreso. So the Regreso is a document that lets the immigration office show that I am coming back with a permission, with a stealth, with a coolness, the same coolness I left. I'm back. So there are a set of documents. Let's just dive in detail and see what are the documents and the process of getting this regreso. The documents that you need here are going to be as follows. As you know, since you're in Spain, you're already living in Spain for a long time, paperworks are everywhere. We're not in Netherlands, so Netherlands is everything digital, they say. But okay, let's come back to the point. So the documents, the first and the foremost document you need is Form X13, which is here. And you're going to fill out this form, download this form. I will put the link of this in the description. You can click and download the form X13. Somebody said 13 is not a lucky number, but it's okay. So X13, you fill it out with your computer. Best to do with computer. Don't use mobile phone for everything. And next, your passport. Of course, your passport is needed. Take a copy of your passport, download it and print it out. Next goes for your TIE card, expired TIE card. Have a copy of your TIE card. That's the third most important document. And the fourth one is the justification of your travel, which is quite important. They will not give you a regreso just like that for every random reason. You have to have a solid reason. If it's going to be for a business travel, attach the right documents. If it's going to be visiting your family, then make sure you attach a proper justification letter, who you're going to meet. If possible, get it notarized. How to get notarized, that's a different topic. But generally, if you look for a notary in your zone, Google for wherever zone you are, Google for the notary office nearby, walk up to them and get it notarized. And the fifth one is Form 790. This is crucial. This is crucial. You might be familiar with 790. Maybe you have used it for getting your TIE in the first place. This is the fee that we pay, which is about 10 euros. You can go to any bank, download the form, fill it out, and go walk up to any bank, and then you just give the money, and then they will put a chapa, and they'd say you're now ready to go for the appointment. Now you go to the last point, which is the appointment itself. You have to go to the Administration Publica website to look for a perfect date and go and schedule a visit, walk up with all the documents, and you will be getting your documents on that day itself. So you get your regreso on the same day. 99% of the time you get it on the same day. But you wake up on the wrong side of the bed. There are situations they say come back tomorrow, but that's a very rare situation, but you get it on the same day. Things to remember once you have this document is it only comes with a 90 days of expiry. Once again, it has a date. You cannot say I'm going to take this document and go and enjoy my life in my home country, sit there and eat your mom's food and enjoy all the time. That's not possible this time. You have to come back within 90 days. Please don't do that mistake. You have to come back within 90 days and you have to show the immigration office that you're back within this 90 days. Second most important thing to remember is that you leave out of Spain and make sure that you enter into Spain inside EU. What do I mean? Let's say you are going out of Spain or Europe from the EU zone, you leave through Spain. You might go to Abu Dhabi, you might go to any other non-EU country, but leaving out of EU zone should happen in the Spanish zone. You can go to any Spanish immigration office. So why the question is why? Because let's say you're coming back from India and you go to Abu Dhabi and then you go to Germany and then you show that document, most of the time they don't understand that because it's going to be in Spanish and they don't understand Spanish. They say ich bin you don't understand them because they're speaking Germany. Now the question is why? Which is what I answered. You have to come back to Spain. Don't go anywhere else, please. You might find a very cheap ticket going to France, and then you might think, I will take a train. Possible. If you're super lucky, you can come back without questions. There are situations people just go and come back without any problems. This is only a wild card. Most of the time it happens. So it's good for you to have this document. So the second important point, as I mentioned, is to make sure that you go out of Spain, come back to Spain in Spanish zone. That's the second important point. Otherwise, just have a fantastic journey. See you later with another video.
Welcome to Krizcast, Nomad Life. Welcome to Krizcast, Nomad Life.